Hello, hi guys, and welcome. If you are catching up on the replay, then don't worry at all. You're still going to benefit from so much good stuff in this video. If you are watching a replay, type the word replay in the comments. Let me know where in the world you are and your business. What is your wedding business? I would love to know. And if you are joining me live, I can see people clicking on. Hi guys, please do say hello. I always love to see who has joined me live. That's why the live videos are so much fun, right? The pre-recorded ones, I don't get to see you. Hey, Caroline, good to see you. Annie, lovely to see you. So we are streaming on Facebook and on LinkedIn today. So if you are joining me on those platforms, do say hello. Let me know where in the world you're joining from, what your wedding business is, and do say hello. Give me a little heart emoji or a thumbs up if everything is functioning. We're talking about video today, guys. This is a hot topic. People get very divided and emotional about talking about video. So I would love to hear in the comments what you think about video at the moment. You know, do you want to be using it? Is it something you've tried? Talk to me about video whilst I check in with the comments. So hi, Helen. Hello, Jackie. Good to see you. Amy from Austin, Texas. Alison from St. Audrey's Park. Helen, Mobile Bar Business. Good to see you. Constance, lovely. Nice to see you. Michelle from Missington Abbey. Oh, great to see so many names I recognise. John from Blue Orange Images Photographers. Amy from Platinum Weddings and Events in Texas. Mary, hi, good to see you. Wedding planner in Essex. Becky from Selston. Hi, good to see you. Alison, using virtual tours. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic to see everyone. So, how do you feel about doing video for social media? Talk to me in the comments about how that feels for you, because I know this is a difficult one for lots of people. I'm going to take you through some steps today. I have got a little challenge at the end with a prize. So stay with me and I'm going to give you lots of steps and tips and tricks to get you moving. Zora, wedding planner from London. Andy, good to see you over on LinkedIn. Nin, good to see you over there on LinkedIn as well. Absolutely fantastic. Florist Pam and John from Rose Park. Hello, Wicksteed Park. Paul from Paul Talbot Photography. Annie is terrified of using video. Annie, I hear you. Lots of people are. Hannah, we've started using it. It gets easier with practice. Boom, it absolutely does. Constance, just started using it, but want to get better. Yes, absolutely. Going live is what makes me nervous. Videos are fine, but there are a few takes. Love it. Just don't use it to the best of its ability. Yep, I hear you. Lisa in Malta. Hi. So Lisa and I have just got off a one-to-one call. Lisa is a wedding planner in Malta. I hope that was helpful, Lisa. I loved hearing all about your amazing business. Emily, Ty, the Note Wedding Musician Service. Epic. Been doing a bit more. Amazed at the responses. Yes. This is it, guys. I'm going to talk to you about that because I know it's scary, but oh my goodness, does it drive results? And that's why we want to do it. Ellie from Cheltenham Ladies College, venues and events, still get nervous on live, so any tips will be great. I hear you. Mary says going live on Facebook once a month. Yes, well done, Mary. You hate doing it. Use Instagram stories. Yes, Instagram stories is a good one because you're only there for 24 hours. And so it kind of feels less of a commitment and definitely much easier to do. Susan, you're a celebrant, should be doing it all the time, but I do not. I hear you. We've all got the same struggles. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That is absolutely brilliant. Session was amazing. Amazing. Okay, so let me just check in over here. Let me make sure everything is functioning. And I am going to share my screen with you. So do keep talking to me as we go through, and I will keep checking in with the comments. So just going to jump over onto LinkedIn for a second because we're also streaming over there. Brenda says, I hate it, but I do it. Well done. Amazing that you are doing it. John says, hi. Jennifer, it scares me witless. I'm being a celebrant, having to stand up and speak to a crowd of people. You think otherwise. I hear you. And how many other people? Give me a thumbs up if you resonate with what Jennifer just said. You can stand up in front of a crowd. You can stand up in front of your clients, but putting the video on is just something that makes everything go crazy. Hey, Denise, good to see you. All right, I'm going to start sharing. We're going to crack on because, as usual, I've got loads to share with you. So when I share my screen, it stops showing me your comments. So I'll check back in with you every few minutes. Keep talking to me, and I will come back and check in with all the comments when I pause sharing my screen. Holly says, I've never done a live. I wouldn't even know what to say. Going to share content with you as well. Hate my voice and hate my face. No, don't say that. Karina, have never done it before. So scary. I know. And do you know what? It is definitely one of those things. that the thought of it is almost worse than actually doing it. And so I hear you. I absolutely hear you. So actually, just before I share my screen with you, let me kind of share how I started on my journey with video, because people often say to me, well, it's easy for you. You do video all the time. You go live every week, sometimes 2-3 times a week. You know, it's okay for you, is what I hear people say to me. But you know what? It wasn't always okay for me. I've got more comfortable, and practice gives you that confidence and gives you that comfortableness, if that's a word, to be able to keep doing it. And so I'll share with you a few things. When I first did video, I only ever did pre-recorded. It was a long time, maybe a year into the business before I could do a live like now, which I now love, but I definitely couldn't go live at the beginning. I had to do pre-recorded. I also would take about 40 takes for every 2-minute video, which was a total waste of time, because really I was just overthinking everything. And I'm sure some of you are struggling with this stuff as well. So the videos take so long because you're doing so many takes, and then you think, was it worth it just for a 2-minute piece of content? And honestly now I prefer to go live. I prefer just this, hit the button, chat to you guys, share some knowledge, share some steps with you on whatever topic we're talking about, and then move on. So now I prefer to go live than pre-recorded. Okay. Let's get started. Been to Wickseed many times, says Christine, when my son was small. Oh, yay! Went live for the first time last week on Guides for Brides Facebook page. Yes! I was so nervous, but having faced the fear, I wouldn't be afraid to do another. Bingo! This is what I'm saying. Once we get over that first hurdle, it really definitely does get easier. So I'm going to share some things with you. Let me grab my screen to share. Here we go. And 1 second, hopefully. Oh, no, that wasn't the right button, was it? There we go. Okay, so let's talk about video secrets for social media success. Oh, what is going on with my slides? Bear with me, folks. So we are sharing, and there we go. Okay, so in this session, here's what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share the why. We need to understand why video is so important. I'm definitely going to talk to you about confidence, because I know that's a big thing for so many of you. I'm going to talk about some tech tips. I'm not going to get very techie at all. I'm going to keep this so simple and so easy for you. I'm going to talk about the formula. So my formula for when I do those short 2-minute videos, and exactly how to put that content together. Then we're going to talk about content. I've got a download for you where you can download 7 ideas for your next 7 videos. And then I'm going to give you a challenge, and I am going to offer you a prize for taking part in that challenge. So just give me a thumbs up, give me a heart emoji if this sounds like what you wanted to hear today. Completely agree, Kelly. I prefer pre-recorded, but it's so easy to pick up on the little things and record all day. Exactly. The techie bit scares me. I hear you. Mary, you massively overthink it. Yeah, that's why I love live now, because I just talk to you, then I stop recording and that's it, and I just don't go back and watch it. But with the pre-recorded, you do overthink everything, and I absolutely hear you. Okay, everybody's giving me a thumbs up, so brilliant. Let's crack on. Yay! Keep giving me a thumbs up and your smiley faces. I love to see those. All right, let's do this. So I think most of you do know me by now, but I will just take 60 seconds to tell you who I am and introduce myself, because I always think if you are going to take advice or take some learning from someone, it's important to know who they are and that you are in safe hands, because there is a lot of free information right now on the internet. So I want you to know that you are in a safe space. So my name is Kelly Mortimer. I am a wedding industry expert, speaker and trainer. And so what that means is I work with venues and wedding suppliers globally to drive revenue and to drive wedding bookings. And I do that through various channels. So through consulting, I do sales training, I have an elite strategy that I share with venues and suppliers. And now a new thing I have is a monthly membership. And so I do work with venues and suppliers in all sorts of ways, and ultimately to drive revenue and drive bookings. These are some of my epic clients. I work with the big brands as well as small independent suppliers and venues. And I've been really lucky and privileged to be featured in some of these wonderful places, such as the BBC and Hello Magazine. Very, very quickly, how I got to running my business. The last 2 years before I started the company, I was group wedding sales director for 45 hotels and 50 wedding coordinators. And so I implemented that strategy and that sales training across 45 hotels and drove revenue by multi-millions. So I know it works. In 2010, I was in London and I spent a few years in London at some of the most epic properties, Claridge's, Rosewood, Mandarin Oriental, doing events for celebrities and royalty. And before that, I was almost 10 years doing destination weddings. So Mexico, Cuba, Sri Lanka, Spain, and the Dominican Republic. So lots of cross experience across destination, 5-star luxury, and then at group level before I started the business. So that's who I am. Now, let's get cracking. First of all, why video? Because I think it's really important. If I'm going to ask you to start doing video, let's understand the why. Why is this actually important? So, first of all, video really helps people to get to know you. So when we're thinking about those potential clients who are seeing you on social media, it helps them get to know you, and they can see your face, they can see your mannerism, they can see your smile, they can hear your voice. It really helps them get to know you in a way that a photograph or a simple post just cannot do. It does really build relationships because they feel like they're getting to know you. And ultimately, people buy people. We all prefer to buy from people than buy from businesses. And so when you or your team start delivering video, it's much easier for potential clients to connect and start DMing you and sending those inquiries your way. Ultimately, videos simply deliver more on social media. So we see that video has 59% more engagement. It gets more comments, more likes, and more shares than your simple text or image post. Guys, 59% more engagement and 48% more views. So I'm just going to come back to you for a second. What do you feel about those stats? 59% more engagement and 48% more views on your social posts. Just tell me in the comments what you think about that. Jessica saying, great to see you again. Oh, I enjoyed my first experience of making social media videos and want to grow in confidence. Absolutely. So Jess, did you do the challenge I did back in January now for the social media videos? It would be great to hear if you have managed to keep that going. Jennifer, I'm going to need to get a notebook. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. I am sharing lots of tips with you. Hey, Lynn, Dunham's Bay, absolutely brilliant to see you. So nice to see everyone. Okay, tell me about those stats. I find them mind-blowing. 59% more engagement. You want more likes, comments, and shares? Do video. You want more views on your post? Do video. 48%. Okay, Annie's saying that's crazy. Exactly. Already feeling motivated to pick up and start filming. Yes, I can't see who said that. For some reason, it just says Facebook use. I'm so sorry. Highlands Estate. Fabulous. Jackie, haven't really thought about video being different to live video. Okay, so you've got pre-recorded and then, of course, you've got live. And we can talk about more about that at the end. Are these for stories, live, or Insta? Everything. So all video gets more engagement and more views. More pressure to do videos, says Sean. Exactly. Impressive stats. Okay. Bit of a no-brainer, says Mary. Do you see what I mean though? When we start to look at how effective video is, it does definitely push us forward. Oh, Lucinda giving me a lovely big heart there. Thank you so much. Okay. Stay with me. I have got so much to share. So let me share back my screen. Here we go. So we know if we want more engagement and more views, we're going to have to start introducing a video to our social media plan. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is confidence. This is a tough one, isn't it? Because this is usually what holds people back in various ways from doing either pre-recorded or live video, and confidence in various forms. So it might simply be, just not feeling confident. It might be because we don't like to watch ourselves back. It might be because we freeze. It might be because we have imposter syndrome. There are so many reasons that come under the heading of confidence. So I would love you to kind of work out what it is that is stopping you from doing video, and then really look deep into that reason. Is it because you think you don't have enough knowledge to share with your audience? Because I just don't believe that to be true. You are all epic wedding industry professionals who know so much about your particular niche, whether that's about venues, planning, flowers, what to wear, the right shoes to wear on your wedding. There is so much that you have in terms of knowledge. So work out what is stopping you and then weigh that up against the amazing results you can get with video. Now, here's the thing. It's like we are waiting for that day that we wake up and think, I'm ready today. It's never going to happen. If you are waiting for that morning to arrive when you literally wake up and go, oh, today's the day. I'm going to do video. I feel it. I feel empowered. I feel confident. Today's the day I'm going to do video. Guys, I promise that day is not going to happen, okay? So you do have to just do it. You have to decide this is worth it for my business, for my audience, for my views, my engagement, and my leads and my revenue. It is worth it. And when you decide that, you will start to feel more motivated to just do it. You will never feel ready until you take that first step. I encourage you to have key points for your video because this really helps you to know what you're going to say. So have some key points that you're going to go through, but please don't have a script. Actually having a script is a hinder to your video and to your confidence because you won't memorize it all perfectly. And then as soon as you go off script or say the odd wrong thing, you're going to feel uncomfortable and you're going to start again. If you have just a few key points you want to run through, remember, you're talking about your area of genius. This is your area of expertise. And so once you get chatting about it, you should be able to just flow with it and share what it is you're talking about. You don't need a full script, just have those key points to keep you on track. I encourage you, look like you on your videos. This is really helpful for your confidence. You want to be you. We don't want to pretend to be anyone else. And what I mean by that is, however you usually have your hair or your makeup, have an outfit that just feels comfortable to you. Now, I'm not suggesting you show up in your PJs unless there's a reason for it. But what I'm saying is, wear things, appear the way you feel comfortable too. And I liken this to when I'm in front of a client. Would I, brush my hair, put some lipstick on to be in front of a client? Then that's what I'm going to do to jump on a video. I don't have to go crazy with it. And I definitely want to have a particular level of appearance when I'm going to jump on a video. Whatever is your good standard for being in front of a client, that's all you need to do for your video. Now this one, oh, I'm so sorry for the typo there. Forgive my typo. Oh my God, and this is so funny that the typo is on this slide. This is brilliant. So people want authenticity. They want to see you. They don't want polished perfection. And no one expects perfection. I can't believe I did the typo on this one. I promise it wasn't on purpose. No one expects perfection. And so if you do make a little mistake, like me just now, just roll with it, just go with it. You don't need to produce videos that are 100% perfect. No one expects it. I also, for your confidence, encourage you to do your videos alone. I really don't like it if I think that my husband might be listening when I'm doing a video, or if I'm out in the garden and I think the neighbours might be able to hear. I find it really awkward. And so do your videos by yourself alone if you can. It's going to feel much, much better. Think about your energy levels. One of the biggest mistakes lots of people make is because we hit, record on the video, as soon as we hit that button, literally we go inside ourselves. And so we start kind of becoming an introvert and it goes quiet and we go backwards. But actually you want to come forwards. And what I mean by that is, think about the energy level you have when you're in front of a bride or groom. You're upbeat, you're cheerful, you have good energy levels. And I encourage you to think of that mindset, that state of mind, and bring that to your video. Now, I'm just going to jump back and check in with the comments and make sure you're all still with me. How are we feeling so far? Sorry about my typos. Okay, so let me check in with the comments. I do worry that people get bored if I do too many videos. Only 10% of your followers will see your social media posts, and so it's very unlikely they're going to get bored. Even if you just did one a week, they're still not going to see all of those. We often share videos from videographers on Instagram, Facebook. Does this have the same effect? Yes, it can have the same effect, but not with the people by people. Caroline, I look so serious. The nerves made me look stern. Yes, exactly. And that's not you, as you say, Caroline. And that's what I'm talking about, energy levels. Think about how you are in front of a bride or groom. Does it matter if your kids are running around in the background? It's real, especially not at the moment, right? At the moment, we're all in lockdown, so no one cares. I worry about finding the balance between professional and normal. Absolutely. How do you communicate with brides and grooms in real life? That's the level I want you to bring to your videos. I did my first live last week and I was super shaky afterwards. I didn't think I would get that camera shy. My amazing manager gave the advice to breathe deeply before today's lives and it worked. Yes, Exactly. Controlling our breath from the start made a difference. Amazing. Oops. I think the typo works given the content. I know, that was just brilliant. When I used to be a trainer, I'd practice a new course in front of my husband. Okay, he'd be brutal. I could present to anyone. It's a good point, Hannah. So I never do my stuff in front of my husband. I always do it alone. But it's a great point if you feel you want to bounce it off someone. Good information, thanks. The energy point is so true. Susan says, I look at myself and I'm so still and quiet. And you're not like that in front of your bride and groom. So you almost have to picture your bride standing in front of you and then give that level of energy when you are doing your videos. Okay, let me check in over here with the comments from LinkedIn. Guys, give me a heart emoji, give me a thumbs up if this is making sense so far. I've got more to share with you. Don't forget, we've got a challenge and a prize. We've got a free download. There is loads more coming. If this is making sense so far, do let me know. Okay, let me go back over here and share my screen. Okay, let's talk about tech. Now, I'm not going to talk about anything too technical, even though point 3 is tech tips. I'm going to keep it so easy because I want you guys to feel like literally tomorrow, today, you can start going and implementing these steps. And so actually, I'm going to talk about very basic tech to keep us all on track. So first of all, let's talk about lighting. Lighting is so important, isn't it? There's 3 things I want to mention. Firstly, one of the best things you can do is simply sit in front of a window. So right now I have a window in front of me. It's completely natural light on my face. And what that gives is a lack of shadow in any particular way. So what I mean is, if I had the window coming in on the side, I'm going to get really weird shadows across my face. And so having the window right in front of you, square on, is definitely going to be one of the most flattering things you can do. Now, the problem with that is that often the window does not give you the right space behind you to actually do your video. And so that's where you might want to consider getting a ring light. Now, there are 2 types of ring lights. You can have a huge one on a tripod. The one I have is 80 quid. So it definitely doesn't break the bank. That's the big one that stands up and it's perfectly usable and great. And you can also get desktop ones that literally plug in to your laptop. And those ones are like £20. And so if you do want to invest in a ring light, I definitely use them on many, many occasions. I'm just not using one today because I've got the window. I'm actually redoing my office. And so in a completely different room, but do use those ring lights. You can get them on Amazon, super cheap. Now, if you are outside, then think about actually being under shade. Shade is your friend because you want the natural light. It's incredibly flattering, so we really like that. But you want the shade so you're not getting harsh light onto your face. And so, for example, if you're under a kind of big parasol or in a shaded area, but there is natural light, that can often be a great option. Now, you can do your videos through your phone or through your laptop, and there's lots of different ways. So in my first videos, I always did them through my laptop, through my phone. Later, I started to do them through the laptop because I just found it easier, but both work beautifully. The thing you have to think about is the height. So I'll be totally honest with you. You are currently balanced on a Crunchy Nut Cornflakes box, okay? Because that's the level of glamour we work at here. What I'm saying is you need to get your laptop or your phone at the right height. And I find simply dead on, the face height is what works for me. Now, some people like it a little bit higher. What tends not to work is having it a bit lower. So having the camera lower than your face tends not to be the best angle. So have a little play with where you feel the height is best for you so that you feel the most comfortable with the video. Then you do want to think a bit about the background. I don't always get too hung up, honestly, especially at the moment when people are in lockdown. We're all staying inside people's homes. For those of you that have been with me for the last couple of years, you will know I do a lot of my videos from my kitchen normally. I can't now because my husband and son are running around in the kitchen all the time, but I often do it from the kitchen. It's great natural light. It feels like you guys are at home with me. And so it doesn't have to be this really, perfectly curated background. Certainly a little bit of detail is great. I don't know about you, but when it's just a plain white wall with nothing, there feels like a lack of personality. I do like a little bit of detail, like a picture on the wall or a candle. And for those of you that have seen me in my office normally, you can see there's my sofa and my bookshelf with like lights and candles. So do think about the background. Right, let me check in with you before we go on to formula. How are we feeling? Let me check in with the comments. Oh, so many comments. Amazing. Let me catch up. Okay. Florist Edinburgh, Rose Park, really good advice. Amazing. Oscar, I always encourage comments, feedback to make it more real. Yes, absolutely. And it eases your nerves because you're actually having a conversation with real people. So definitely when you go live, like with myself, I love talking to you guys. That's kind of the point of doing the lives rather than the pre-recorded. Caroline, can you do a video and not see yourself? That way it may be more natural rather than checking out how your mouth moves. Yeah, I hear you. You could, but you would obviously need somebody to be videoing for you to make sure you were in shot, or unless you had it all set up beforehand and then went for it. Yeah, so you could definitely do that without having to see yourself. Lighting, thank you for focusing on this. Yes, is that a white light on amber? So mine actually has both, but I tend to use the white light. I just find it better, but mine actually came with both, and I think most of them do. Can you share the link of the tripod ring you use? I've been thinking about buying one. Yeah, sure, I will, but honestly, I mean, they're all kind of good enough if we're not going crazy. And I'm sure there's lots of photographers and videographers who are like screaming at their phone and their laptop right now with me saying this. But, you know, we're not going crazy on the tech. But if we do want that little bit of light on our face, then it definitely can help if you don't have a window like I do now in the right place. Susan says, same here. Height advice, good. Okay. What do you think of full screen presentation, occasional webcam view? If live, I find it easier to read slides in full screen. Yeah, Oscar, it is tricky if you're sharing slides like I'm doing. That's why I keep coming back in so I can talk to everyone. Makeup artists use them loads, so put that in Amazon. Yeah, it's just a ring light. You can either have the big one on the tripod, like I said, my one was about £80, or the small ones that go on desktop, which are about 20. Straight or slightly above minimizes bad looking chins. Yes, exactly, thank you for that, and that's why I don't like it lower. Mary, when I do my Facebook Live, it actually puts me off when I suddenly see who's watching, and then I ramble. Oh no, connect. Imagine everyone's just in the room with you having a cup of tea. I annoy myself because despite knowing how useful videos would be for my business I work with, I can't seem to get over the worry of how I come across. You just got to go for it. We're going to talk about that in a second. You can buy some which click onto your phone. You absolutely can. Okay. Hey, Lisa, Destination Wedding Planner. Good to see you. You guys on LinkedIn are very quiet today. All the comments coming over from the Facebook group. LinkedIn, let me know you are there because you are being quiet. Do say hi. Tashika is the wedding planner at Grand Bahia saying, yeah, more confident. Jennifer also asking which tripod. I will have a look and send you the links if you need them and pop them in. Oh, hi, Melanie. Good to see you, director at Cranberry Blue. I worry no one's going to watch. I'll be talking to myself. Do you mean on a live, for example, Melanie? So it's a great point. If you are going live, don't worry if no one's there, because people who are watching the replay won't actually know how many people are on live. So like right now, we've got 100 people on Facebook and 27 people, 28 people, 29 on LinkedIn. But anybody watching the replay wouldn't be able to see that. So if there was no one watching, then no one would actually know. Okay, laughing. We're here, says LinkedIn. Okay, let's carry on. Melanie, let us know when you're on live so you won't be alone. Amy, I love that. I love that community feel. Well done. Oh, hi, Elaine. Good to see you. Kelly, this is great. Thank you. Would you film in landscape or portrait if using a phone? That is a great question, and it depends which platform, but ultimately you want to go landscape. You can, yeah. Okay, perfect. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Here we go. So I'm going to share with you now my formula. Now, this is a formula that I use, and you'll start to recognize it now. I'm kind of giving away all my secrets so that when I do my videos, you're going to see what's going on. But I find this helps me just to stay within the right track, and I hope that you will feel the same way. And this is my 4-step formula. Ultimately, you need to start with a hook. Now, when we do the live videos, it's slightly different. So I'm looking at this, and only slightly. I'm looking at this more of a pre-recorded for the moment. When you pre-record a video, let's say you're doing a 2 to 3 minute video, you want to start with the hook. The hook is what's going to make them watch the rest. Now, a big mistake lots of people make, and talk to me about this in the comments if you've done it or you've seen other people on their videos, is they start waffling at the beginning. Again, this is not the same when we do a live because we wait for people to click on. But when we are pre-recorded, you want that hook so that people watch the rest. And the hook will be For example, today I'm going to talk to you about my secrets for doing brilliant video on social media. That would be a hook, and you would think, oh, I'm interested in that, I'm going to watch the rest. If that was a pre-recorded video, I would need that hook to keep you on for the rest. So if you're a florist, your hook on your video might be, in this video today, I'm going to talk about the best flowers to have if you're having a September wedding. And so as soon as they see that, they think, oh, yeah, I'm staying. What loads of people do is they start with the intro. And here's a newsflash. Nobody cares about you. Right? We need to know who you are later, but first we want to know why we should watch the video. And so your intro is your second thing you want to talk about. So don't start with, hi, I'm Kelly and I've had 20 years in the wedding industry. That's not your hook. Your hook is, hi, today I'm going to talk to you about my secrets for great video content on social media. Then I'm going to tell you who I am and why you should listen. Does that make sense? Just give me a thumbs up. Mary's saying I always waffle. And it's okay to waffle later, but make sure the hook is making sense. This video is so useful. I will definitely start doing videos. Super excited. Oh, Amy, yeah, there's some love going on here across the Facebook group and LinkedIn. Perfect. So we're going to start with a hook and then we're going to introduce ourselves. Now, keep your intro reasonably short, but do let them know that you are somebody worth listening to. You know, so you will need to say, you know, my name is Sue and I've been a florist for 25 years in Manchester. Right? And then that's fine. You've let them know who you are. But please start with a hook and then go for the intro. Right, let's carry on. The next thing we want to do is the good stuff. So this is the actual content of your video. So if you are doing 3 top tips for wedding planning during lockdown, then your hook is, hey guys, in this video today, I'm going to share my top 3 tips for wedding planning during lockdown. If we haven't met before, my name is Sue and I'm a wedding planner in Malta. And then you're going to go on to give them those 3 tips. Okay, that's the kind of format you want to use. Now, after you've given them the 3 tips or whatever is the content, and it doesn't have to be tips, okay, I'm going to talk about content in a minute. It doesn't have to be tips. You then want to give them a call to action. Now, be careful about your call to action. Your call to action is not always a sales call to action. When we say CTA call to action, we usually think instantly of sales. And sometimes it will be, but not always. If you always give a sales call to action, people don't feel nice about it. They think, oh, she just sells to us all the time. So your call to action might be, if you found this video useful, hit the like button. That would be a call to action at the end of your 3-minute pre-recorded video. You might say, if you know somebody who would find this video useful, tag them in the comments below. You might say, to see more videos, make sure you are following us on Instagram. That would be a good call to action at the end of every single video. And then occasionally you could give them the next step. If you're interested in working with one of the best wedding planners in Malta, then click below to access our website. Does that make sense? Is the call to action really nice and clear? So let me just go through those steps with you again. We're going to start with the hook to make sure they stay and watch the rest. Otherwise, think about yourselves, guys. When you're scrolling through LinkedIn, you're scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, if the first few seconds doesn't capture you, you keep scrolling, don't you? Just tell me the word scrolling in the comments if you keep scrolling, because people haven't captured our attention. And there's so much more to see on social media, so we keep going. And so that hook has to make them stop scrolling. Then we introduce ourselves, let them know that they are listening to somebody who is an authority on this subject. Then you give them the good stuff, and then you give them the call to action. Just talk to me in the comments if that format, that formula that I have given you makes sense and is helpful. And I'm going to check in with the comments. Talk to me about that 4-step formula. Does that make sense? Florist from Edinburgh, Rose Park. Good advice with the hook. Amazing. Just loading the comments. Jennifer's laughing. I can't remember what we're laughing at now. Probably my typo ages ago. Okay, we're getting thumbs up. Totes make sense, says Amy. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, we seem to be liking the 4-step formula. Let me carry on. Thumbs up. Very helpful 4 steps, says Jackie. Yes. What did you say was the good stuff? The good stuff is the actual content. So the good stuff, step 3, is the actual stuff I'm going to say. So for example, right now, we're in the good stuff, right? I'm actually giving you the secrets, the tips, the steps. And so this is the good stuff. It's a great formula. I always keep scrolling, if not immediately hooked. Boom, exactly. And that's what we want to get over. Caroline is saying, yes, perfect. Mary, love this, so helpful. Fab. Alison saying 4-step formula sounds simple. I know, right? It is simple. And it helps to keep us structured. I don't know about you. I love a structure. It makes me ensure that I keep on the right path rather than just thinking, God, what am I going to say when I get on a video? So hopefully you feel confident now that you have that structure. Oh, Jennifer's laughing at the Crunchy Nut cornflakes. Yeah, you are literally on my laptop on Crunchy Nuts. That sounded weird. Denise is saying, sounds great. Can you repeat the format for the good stuff? So let me just flash that back up a second. So we're going to hook them in, intro ourselves, give them the good stuff, the actual content of the video, and then we're going to finish with a call to action. So let's say 80% of your video is the good stuff. Yeah, the other 3 are quick steps. Amazing, very useful, getting lots of thumbs ups and smiley faces. Mary, how long do you wait at the start of a live to actually start talking? Not that long, because the people who've clicked on will not give you that long. And so what you want to do is instantly talk about replay. So, because the only people that will see the first 5 seconds are the replay people, Mary. So if you're doing a live, the first thing you want to do is say, hey guys, if you are catching up on the replay, and talk about it like that, because they're the only people who will see the replay. Any geographical differences for video? Not sure what you mean exactly, Alka. Could you just specify for me and I will happily explain further. Okay, I have more. Let's go, let's do more. As usual, I'm just chatting away far too much. Okay, here we go. So that was our 4 steps. 5 is the content checklist. Oh my God, more typos. What is wrong with me today? At least I'm making you guys feel better about doing video, right? Tell me in the comments if you now feel much better about doing video because of the amount of typos in my presentation today. So the content checklist, I didn't have time to talk to you about in this video. So instead, I wrote them down for you. So this is where you're going to find them. So I've given you 7 video content ideas to get you started. So if you did 1 video a week, that's given you 7 weeks of video content. As usual, you can download it completely for free. Now, don't forget, there's a challenge and a prize coming up. This is not the end of the presentation. There is a challenge and a prize. Stay with me. If you want that free video content, here is the landing page, the website where you can get that. Let me just pop that up as well on a banner. So I'm going to give you the challenge and the prize in just a second. But if you do want the 7 content ideas, then you can find it at tinyurl.com/Kelly VMC video masterclass. See what I did there? tinyurl.com/Kelly VMC, which stands for video masterclass. Okay. So let me come back. I had a typo yesterday and was mortified. Thank you for making me feel better. I know, right? I just did it to make you guys feel better. Do you like that? Brilliant to see the typos. Where will the replay be? It will be on LinkedIn and on the Facebook groups. Okay, let's get on to the challenge and the competition. Woohoo! Who's excited? Hey. I will leave that link there so that you can see it. Right. Here we go. So content ideas, download 7 content ideas for you, completely free, straight to your inbox. So we are on to the challenge and the prize. Okay, who is feeling just slightly competitive? I hope you are. The prize is to win my 5 content pillars for social media. This is a paid, this is not one I give away for free. This is a paid download on my website. This is an ebook I wrote and it is a paid download on my website. And this is the strategy for social media that I give to my clients and global hotel chains that I work with. I have delivered this strategy to them and it's what they use to drive leads. It's a 17-page ebook, so it's super quick, gets right to the point of exactly what you should post, when, why, and how. And that is what I'm going to give away to the challenge winner. So here's your challenge. Drum roll. Your challenge is this: create your video by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Post it on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and tag me. That's my Instagram handle, wedding_Kelly, but you can tag me on Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm just Kelly Mortimer on there. And I will choose at random. There is no judgment, guys. This is not about who does the best video, okay? Be really clear. This is not about who does the best video. Anybody who does a video before 5 p.m. tomorrow and tags me, everybody will go into a hat and I will choose a winner to win the 5 content pillars, which is my social media strategy, which I deliver globally to huge, huge global companies. And they use this to drive leads. So that's what you're going to win. Now, I really want you to feel empowered to go and do this, okay? Lynn, I know that you already have the content strategy, but I still want you to post your video. I love you, Kelly, you're a doll. Oh my God, I love you. Okay, right, hold on, let's finish off. So here is our challenge. And you just got to do it, guys. Don't overthink this. Sorry, you need to see the full page. Okay, don't overthink this. Don't get crazy and like stress about it. I just want you to grab your iPhone, grab your laptop and do a 2-minute video. Remember, when you download the content plan, I'm going to give you the free one I'm talking about. I'm going to give you 7 ideas for what you could do on your video. So all you need to do is use that. Let me come back here. Just go to the tiny URL, download that for free, and that's going to give you 7 ideas of what to do for your video. And then when you post it, tag me and you will go into a free prize draw to win. Right, let me come back to you and start going through questions. How is everyone feeling? Talk to me about your questions. Talk to me about how you feel. On a scale of like 1 to 5, how much more excited about video are you? Or are you still like, absolutely no way, not touching it with a barge pole? I'd love to hear. Melanie, how do I show shots of my screen? What do you mean, Melanie? On your videos? So like what I'm doing with the screen share. So I use something called StreamYard, in which you can use the free option. You don't have to pay for it. You can use the free option, and it streams through Facebook to be able to enable you to share your screen. Lynn's going to post at lunchtime. Yes, come on, let's get some commitment. Alison's excited but nervous. Hey, Fort Worth, Texas, thanks for the info. Can you create the videos on stories? Yes, yes, yes. Guys, if this is the first time you're doing a video and you're really thinking, please, God, don't make me post a video, Instagram stories is your way to go. Okay, because 24 hours later, no one's ever going to see it again. And so if you're really freaking out, do an Instagram story. Zora is inspired. Deanna says, great info. Talk to me about when you're going to post. Thank you for the great information, including the errors, says Emma. I know, right? It's like I did it on purpose to make you guys feel better. Jennifer says, much better. Okay, talk to me. So is it necessary to do Insta and Facebook? No, you don't have to do them all. Okay. Either post on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, but you got to tag me so I know you've done it, and then you get into the free prize draw. Also, I'm going to support you. I'm going to make good positive comments and hit the like button for you and give you some good engagement. You don't have to post on all the platforms, just one or all, entirely up to you. Okay, how's everyone feeling? And any questions before we wrap up? Becky, do you just use your phone to record videos? Do you have an app for video editing? Okay, great question. So yes and no. I do often just use my phone for video, and I'll just do a quick 1 minute and then that's it. Now, on the iPhone, which I have, you can very quickly snip the ends just with the normal edit section of the photo and videos on the iPhone. So that's really an easy one to do. If I'm doing something a little bit more complicated and I want to just take it up a level, then I use the iMovie thing on my Mac, which again is really for beginners. But there are loads of apps that you could use. Can you pre-video for Insta stories? Yes, you can. We're doing online video on Sunday. We have done one already, but this has really helped. Yes, Leanne says at Rose Park. Amy, well, since it is a challenge I'm in. I love that. Brilliant. Okay, any questions? Worth the early morning start to the day. Amy, what time is it where you are? We'll commit. Grey roots and all. Good luck. I know. Let's talk about roots. It's a bad moment, isn't it, for all of us when the hairdressers are closed? Clarity, should we be marketing on different platforms? Yes, that would be amazing. Because remember, only 10% of your audience are going to see your social posts anyway. So you would want to put them. Why not repurpose them? You could do them all at the same time. You could do them at different times. You could post on Instagram today and you could post the same thing on Facebook next week, or you could just post them everywhere. Whatever works for you. I just want you doing video and getting it out there. How do we get over the dislike of our own voice? Jennifer, I think so many people will feel this way, and you've just got to bite the bullet and ignore it. You don't care when you speak to people, right? You don't speak to people thinking, oh my God, my voice. It's like that. I just want you to imagine you're just talking to a bride. Oh, Denise, thank you. Love the great energy. Does it have to be one of yours, says Lynn? What, your video? Yes, Lynn, it has to be one of yours. Amy, thanks for the motivation to step outside the comfort zone. If I'm using my iPhone with the camera facing me and we do it live, is it the wrong way around? No, it's absolutely fine. Okay, I think we're there, right? So, tinyurl.com/Kelly VMC. That's video masterclass. That's what it stands for. And download the free 7 ideas for your videos. And then before 5 p.m. tomorrow, post your video on any platform, the ones I'm on, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, one of them, and tag me, and you will go into the prize draw for the content strategy. And also I'm going to give you loads of love and support on your video. Then posting afterwards makes it the correct way around. Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, brilliant. We are there. There's more comments coming in. Was that helpful, guys? How do we feel? I hope that was good for you. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heart emoji. Anything that you need, you know where to find me. Brilliant video as always. Becky says, oh, you're welcome. And I look forward. I'm so excited to see your video. Don't lose the momentum. Before 5 p.m. tomorrow, we are posting our videos, okay? Don't leave the momentum. Having a problem with the link? tinyurl.com/Kelly VMC is where you will be able to download it. You are so welcome, guys. Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.